travelers. I wanted to talk to you today about meditation. So I realized that not everybody understands meditation. And meditation can be very simple and it can be very complex depending on what you want to do. There's things like counting the breath. So inhaling, that's 1. Exhaling, that's 2. And doing that till you get to 10. So let's just take a moment. Inhale. And then exhale. That's 2. Inhale. 3. And exhale. That's 4. 5 and 6. 7 and 8. 9 and 10. And then we start over again. So simple as that. The other things you can do for meditation too are light a candle. If you sit in a darkened room and just stare at the flame. This directs our focus and our attention. Now, there's lots of guided meditations. I have a few myself out there that you could check out if you'd like. But again, it can be as simple as inhale 1, exhale 2, inhale 3, exhale 4, inhale 5, exhale 6, inhale 7, exhale 8, inhale 9, and exhale 10, and just constantly loop that. Or you could just actually say inhale and then exhale. Now for some of us, the counting to 10 actually helps. It kind of gives you a little bit of, okay, if you're like me, I like to kind of keep track. I am the type of person who likes to know I meditate for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Now, once you get that basic concentration of either on the breath or a candle flame, then you could also take your meditations. We've done this before, where you scan your body. That's a really great way to start a meditation, is to just check your body. And check places in your body like you don't think of unless you're having a pain. Like if I said, what does your little toe on your left foot feel like? You might, unless you have a toe pain, you might have to kind of take a moment and think about it. So you might just kind of go through, breathe, do a little bit of that inhale and exhale breathing for a little bit, and then scan your body from head to toe or toe to head. It really doesn't matter which direction you go. And you can get really small and simple with it, like big toe, next toe, until you get to the baby toe, and then switch feet, or however you like to do it. And again, there's plenty of guided meditations on this. The only limitation is your own imagination. There's no right or wrong way to do a meditation. You could be meditating while you walk and counting your steps, like step down, lift the foot, step down, lift the foot, inhaling and exhaling as you do so. You know, what you do if you're doing a walking meditation is you pace out kind of a small area. So that way you're not worrying about tripping over a crack or anything like that. But so you can be really mindful, because the whole point of meditation is to calm and still the mind. When we can calm and still the mind, we can come up with some super excellent ideas. We can get rid of fear and tension and stress. We can heal ourselves. Now, once you get good at that sort of things, you can send out your intentions. You can sit and put your hands to the earth and imagine sending love to the planet. You can imagine from your heart center sending love to all sentient beings. There's meditations where you say things like, this is one of my favorites. One of my favorite meditations is to say, may I know love. May I know the root of love. And to do that with the inhale and exhale. And you can do that with any of them. May I know peace. May I know the root of peace. And you can do that for yourself. And then start doing it for somebody who you love. Someone who's close to you. And what gets really interesting is starting to do it for people who you like a little less. till you get to the point of you're sending it to somebody who you just can't stand. And hopefully we know enough to know that anybody out there is just a part of us. And the people who we can't stand usually reflect a part of us that we're not too happy with. So those are some ideas for meditations, really simple. You also can do things like, once you start breathing, do things like relax parts of your body. Now, it doesn't matter if you sit or you lie down. Now, some people will tell you you have to sit. And, you know, those are generally people who fall asleep while they meditate. And that's not something that I usually have a problem with, because my mind's usually going like 1,000,000 miles per hour. So I don't have any issues with that. Sitting for me could be a little problematic sometimes. So I tend to lie down when I meditate. And again, it's up to you what is comfortable for you. And again, there's no wrong or right way to do it. I remember my first actual experience with having that calm, still meditative mind. I was on the elliptical, having Marilyn Manson in my earbuds, blasting super loud, and all of a sudden everything just came clear. I was working really hard, and I mean, it's just like blaring in my ears, and it became super clear, and my mind became super focused. So don't let anybody tell you you're doing it wrong. You know, again, it's just about calming and stilling the mind, whatever it takes. Some of us have different ways, we're wired differently. So look for different things that help you. And some people, their voices, like if you do a guided meditation, there are some people who the sound of them swallowing absolutely can drive me bonkers. So, you know, find a voice that you enjoy. Find something you enjoy. And after a while, after you've listened to a bunch of guided meditations, you can go on something like Audacity, which is a recording app, and you can record your own. You can use any music you'd like, as long as you're not putting it out there on YouTube. You have to pay for rights to use music if you put it out there on YouTube. But if you're just going to use it for your own head, it's really great to hear your own voice. I actually listen to my own meditations, and I listen to my affirmations, because it's something really helps when you hear your own voice and when you start getting used to your own voice. Because I used to cringe every time I'd hear my voice. I'd be like, no, oh my God, is that what I sound like? Now I'm like, okay. And every once in a while, I'll watch one of my videos, as a matter of fact, and I'm like, who is that wise person? Like, because generally I tend to, when I do this, have an idea in mind, or actually normally I get this nudge inside. And for me, it's from spirit or my higher self saying, do this, say this, and just push record, and something's going to come out. And sometimes I'll have a notebook that I write down things that I plan to talk about. And sometimes I'll do those right away, and sometimes no. Like, it'll be forever, and then all of a sudden, go do this. So again, but with meditation, a lot of times I'll be sitting in meditation and all of a sudden get, go record now. And when you meditate, you get to hear those voices, and you get to create your own world and create your own channel. I mean, it's amazing what meditation has done for myself. It's absolutely changed my whole life. I changed quite a few habits, and now that we're looking at a world that's very different currently, I'm very grateful that I listened to those voices. It got me out of some things that could have been really harsh to try to deal with when we're looking at cutting back possibly, or not having everything we need. So again, if only you just sit and breathe, and you can set a time for like a minute. Start out at a minute a day. Start out for 2 minutes a day, 3 minutes a day. And again, there's a lot of great meditations going on right now that you're just sending your energy, your intention, your love to the planet or to whatever. And prayer and meditation are basically very similar, except for usually with prayer, we're talking And meditation is when we get to listen. You know, and some people just send out prayer and meditation are the same thing. So when people ask me to pray for something, I tend to set my intention and connect to the earth and connect to the sky. And then I imagine my heart center sending out whatever light and love, and then I listen. I mean, meditation, like I said, is amazing. It's amazing what you can conquer, if that's the right word, what you can deal with meditation. I have, you know, times where I've been on medication for ADHD because I didn't meditate at the time. You know, I taught yoga all the time, and I would walk people through final relaxation at the end of class, and was not doing that practice at home by myself. And once I started doing that practice at home by myself, it's amazing. And another way to meditate too is hypnosis. If you really are just like, I just can't do this, hypnosis or subliminal, that's another way to meditate too. You know, whatever quiets you, whatever stops you, whatever stops that obsessive thinking. And we're not trying to stop the mind when we meditate. We are just trying to come into that moment, just a moment. And some days meditation feels super awesome, and it's like, yes, why am I not doing this all the time? And other times meditation feels like, oh my God. And you're going to have those days where you're going to want to like blow the candle out and throw it across the room. That's totally normal. The other thing that I do for meditation too is I light mugwort a lot of times. And mugwort is something that helps you kind of really chill out and relax. And it's a nice scent when it's lit. I don't really care for it unlit. It kind of is not great. And and for those of you who are friendly or have ever smoked pot or the smell of pot, it kind of has a little pot kind of smell to it. So if you like that, you'll like mugwort. However, it doesn't get you high. It just gets you relaxed and gets you into a calm state. Actually, it can kind of put you to sleep a little bit too. So, but mugwort's a nice one. Sometimes I'll light when I really want to go into very deep meditation. And like I said, I normally light a candle, and I have a place where I sit by myself, and I'll usually turn on either some subliminal music or just something nice in the background. I have a catalog of nice meditation music because I try to make meditations for you guys, and just kind of relax. And sometimes, like I said, I listen to my own meditations, and sometimes I listen to other people's meditations. The other thing too is there's apps out there for meditations. You can try ones that work for you. They have timers that you can just set so you don't have to worry about like, oh gosh, how long have I been doing this, if you're not doing the counting. One of the ways too that I got into meditation when I was first starting to do it for myself was Headspace. And that was really helpful for me at first, because he had little Andy, the guy who created Headspace, has like little tiny SOSs, which are like a minute to like 3 minutes long. And again, when meditation just isn't your thing, a minute to 3 minutes starting to stack up helps. And Headspace, I don't know if they're still doing it this way, would kind of keep track of the days that you meditated in a row. And so for me, like, again, having a goal sometimes is very motivating for me. So like keeping track of, I've been meditating for 30 days, now 2 months, now 3 months. You know, I went, I think 9 months before something happened and I lost my days in a row. However, by that time it was a habit, so I didn't have to worry so much about it. But however you can think of, and if you have any ideas, I mean, there's lots of books, there's lots of different styles of meditation. I tend to like Zen stuff, and so whatever works for you. Again, this is about helping you find your place, finding your peace, finding your calm, and getting through the tough times. And I'm trying to help with this channel on finding ways to get through those tough times, way to help us all succeed. And if you have any ideas or any comments you want to, you can write down the bottom. And again, I'm on Facebook, so I take messages on Facebook, and just let me know what you guys like. And if you have any things that you want me to do a meditation on, or if you want me to do affirmations or subliminals on anything, just let me know. I'm here to help, and I'm here to share. I am in no way the biggest expert on anything. However, I constantly am on a search and am traveling just like you and on a journey. And it's nicer to have fellow travelers with you sharing and, blessing my journey. So if I can help in any way, let me know. All right. Peace, love, namaste. See you guys next video.